You're probably thinking, of course not, that makes no sense. I mean, maybe you can have some of it, but it can't be as good as having none. But is it possible that actually having sugar or adding sugar is a good thing? Coach Greg, and today we're going to talk all about sugar. Anyone who's ever wanted to lose weight has probably been told you just need to cut out sugar. Cut back on the sugar. Sugar is making you fat. Don't have any sugar. If you reduce the sugar, your life gets better. Is there any truth to that? Is sugar actually making us fat? Is sugar bad for us? We all know that CICO, or calories in, calories out, is the determining factor as to whether or not you lose weight. So whether your diet is high in sugar or has no sugar at all has no bearing on if you're actually going to lose or gain weight. So if your maintenance is 3,000 calories and you eat 2,000 calories of sugar a day and nothing else, you will lose weight. So let's answer the question. Can you have sugar on your diet and lose weight? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Of course you can. You can have as much sugar as you want and still lose weight so long as you're in a negative calorie balance. But should you? Is it healthy? Is it going to make weight loss more difficult? Should you just cut out the sugar from your diet and weight loss will be easier than last time? Can sugar actually be good? As in, is it actually a good idea to add sugar to your diet? You're probably thinking, of course not, that makes no sense. I mean, maybe you can have some of it, but it can't be as good as having none. But is it possible that actually having sugar or adding sugar is a good thing? Imagine this scenario. You're 5 hours into a bike ride or a run. You've been riding and exercising all day, and you're hungry, thirsty, and tired. And you have the choice of eating something healthy, like, say, a salad, or a Snicker bar, or some licorice jelly beans, a can of pop. Which do you think is the smarter choice? You're 5 hours into the bike ride and you're running out of energy. Give me the freaking sugar. So is sugar necessarily bad? Of course not. It depends on the situation. Is salad automatically good? No, it depends on the situation. If you're a type 1 diabetic and you're experiencing low blood sugar, do you want someone to hand you a salad or some sugar? We can't simply vilify sugar as a negative thing in our diets because it really does depend on the situation presented. And you're thinking, yeah, but Coach Greg, the recipes in your cookbook, they don't have sugar. They have a sugar substitutes, Splenda sweetener, artificial sugars, none of the real sugars. If sugar is good, why isn't it in the book? Well, here's why. CICO, calories in, calories out. Okay, we're trying to have the lowest calorie foods to allow us to be in a deficit to lose weight. Sugar has calories, 4 calories per gram. So if we substitute out the sugar, and the sugar makes it taste good, and we replace it with something that also makes it taste good, but has 0 or fewer calories, then that is going to result in weight loss because we are consuming less calories in the end. So is sugar bad? No, it's eating too many calories that's bad. It's not necessarily the sugar, but does sugar in fact make us eat more calories? Does consuming sugar result in eating extra calories? A lot of people are going to say artificial sweeteners do that. If you drink too much Diet Pop, it's going to trigger your appetite. You're going to eat more. There is no evidence to actually support and conclude this. Correlation doesn't mean causality. Yeah, a lot of people who are obese are eating a lot of sugar, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's because they're eating a lot of sugar. But you've all heard the stories of sugar. It's addictive. It's like cocaine. It lights up the same parts of the brain when you eat sugar as when you eat cocaine. So if you eat sugar, you're going to get addicted and you can't stop. Is that true? No, it's not actually true. Correlation doesn't mean causation. If you are presented with a bag of sugar, a bowl of sugar, like a whole bag of sugar, this is sweetener, and you got your spoon and say, go to town, you're probably not going to eat a lot. But if the sugar is mixed in with a lot of fats and chocolate and other yumminess and made into creamy ice cream, that is a different story. Highly palatable foods that taste amazing are often full of sugar. But it's not necessarily the sugar in it that makes us want to eat it. It's the combination of everything that makes it taste amazing, like Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's. I mean, how can you not want that? But if you just took the sugar part of the Haagen-Dazs and put it in a bowl and said, eat that, it's not as fantastic as eating ice cream now, is it? So if sugar were actually addictive, the way that cocaine is, we'd be seeing a lot of friggin' boys and girls sniffing sugar now, wouldn't we? You'd have a taste of the sugar and you'd want to keep going. You would never stop. If you present a person with a big bowl of sugar and say, eat it, you're probably going to have a couple spoons and be like, I'm not into this. It's not my thing. But trust me, a lot of people can get addicted to cocaine. Not a lot of people, as in probably almost no one, is addicted to pure sugar. It's when sugar is mixed in other things that it becomes a problem. These things are high-calorie dense foods, and when you eat a lot of them, the calories add up so much that you're in a surplus and you end up gaining weight. Whenever given the choice to eat sugar or something with a sugar substitute, if you want to lose weight, take the thing with the sugar substitute. I have a Diet Coke here. It's not regular Coke. Why? Because it's going to save me about 150 calories, okay? That's 150 calories that I can eat in a meal later. And I'm drinking 4 or 5 of these a day. Think of the calories I'm saving. Every calorie adds up. Sugar is not necessarily bad. It's that you can have the same taste or close to it without all the calories presented from the sugar. Last I checked, rats are not humans. So just because the rat can't stop eating the sugar doesn't mean that humans can't. And frankly, the rats are eating the sugar because it freaking tastes amazing, not because they're addicted to it. They're just doing something that makes them feel good. If sugar tastes so amazing and we have artificial sweeteners that replace it, why don't we just see people having the Sugar Twins and Splendas, opening them up and just down the hatch? It's not that delicious on its own. But if you put this in coffee or you sprinkle it on some carbs, something else, then it becomes more amazing and then you want to eat it. So sugar is not actually the enemy. A point you might be thinking of is, well, depends on the kind of sugar. Fructose is bad. We can't have fructose. Heaven forbids you have fructose because that's going straight to your hips. Can't have fructose. You know how much bullshit that is? I have here a bag of frozen fruit. It says strawberries, mangoes, and peaches. On the back, it says 60 calories, no fat, 1 gram of protein, 16 grams of carbs, 12 of which are from sugar. There's 2 grams of fiber. This is predominantly sugar, mostly sugar. This is fruit. Think of it. Mango, strawberries, peaches, fruit, healthy fruit. If you're on a low sugar diet, on a diet that you can't have sugar, that means you would literally have to cut out fruit. Fruit is good for you. You should eat fruit. It's low calorie dense foods. It's got lots of fiber. It's healthy. So if you're on a diet and you think you can't have sugar, that means you think you can't have fruit. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, I ain't no doctor. No, I'm not a doctor, but I do know a thing or two about nutrition. And I know that it's not a smart idea to simply cut out a food group because there's sugar in it. Fruit is good for you. Eat your apples and your bananas and fruit. You should have it in your diet. It will help you lose weight. Just because there's sugar in it doesn't mean it's bad. If you want to lose weight, ensure you're in a calorie deficit. And if you're not losing weight, it's because you're not in a calorie deficit. What do you do if you're not losing weight? You consume less calories. But I don't want to eat less calories. I want to have it all. Sorry, telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You want to hear you can eat what you want as long as you don't eat sugar. No, you want to think, oh, if I'm on keto, I can lose weight by eating as much meat as I want. I can eat whatever I want as long as there's no carbs. No. Now, if you don't want to eat less calories, you can move more. You can create a negative calorie balance by exercising more and burning off more calories. So if you don't want to eat less, don't eat less, but you have to move more. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. calories in, calories out will always work. But if you do have a substitute for sugar and you can get the same taste or something similar, you're going to save calories. So if you want to lose weight and you have something that can be substituted for sugar that has less calories, then go for it. But don't cut out normal things that have sugar in it, like fruits and vegetables. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Blue Pin Up 2 videos. Watch one of them. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe to the newsletter. Buy my freaking cookbook. You know you want it. And until next time, I am out. Please take that message home. You don't have to cut out your sugar. There's a place for sugar. But if you have sugar